I'm not hung up on this game personally. I think
Yeah.
I think ultimately this is just something that they'll learn from, and hopefully just take that page just out of the book.
Yeah.
You know, whatever they tried to do whatever they tried to do on Sunday, take it out, stop it, get some help. You know,
Yeah.
that's
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the podcast, Field Goals and Forecast, presented by AfterThought Sports, now on WSVU 88.3 FM, The Buzz. I'm Ryan Adio, alongside my good co-host, James Derrick. And the week 5 of the NFL is over. No undefeated teams remain.
Yep.
But, of course, one of those to fall was the Buffalo Bills,
Yeah.
which, of course, we have to get into here. But, honestly, kind of a unexpected good week of football. A lot of teams on byes now, first week of byes, so there was a lot less games than I anticipated, but a lot of them were really good, I thought. Obviously, we'll get into it, but were there any games that stood out to you this week? I mean, besides the Bills?
No, but
Okay.
I had Jonathan Taylor on my fantasy team, so he absolutely
fair
cooked up
enough.
for me very nicely.
Yeah, really fun one there. I'll start with the Bills. Obviously,
That game itself sucked. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
the Bills though.
Yeah. They fall to 1. I don't. Where am I going with this? They fall to 4 and 1.
4 and 1. Well,
4 and 1.
That's what the 1 is coming from.
Yeah, I was
they
doing
fall
it
to
the other
1.
way around. I knew they had one loss, but I couldn't figure out how to do it in record.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not. It's raining out.
It's
clouding
a
my
really
brain.
weird day here
Yeah,
at
just
AfterThought Sports.
whatever.
Okay.
Anyway, for the first time since 2014, so 11 years ago, there are no undefeated teams in the NFL after 5 weeks, and just the 4th season in the Super Bowl era that there are 0 undefeated teams going into Week 6. So unprecedented waters here.
Yeah. Usually there's just one team that just stays undefeated for just way deep into the season.
Yeah.
There's no team like that this year. It was the Chiefs last year.
It was the Chiefs
right?
last year, and they really didn't.
They
Well, they went to the Super Bowl, but I don't think that they were an undefeated caliber team.
No.
And then it was the Steelers that one year. And
Yeah.
then, the Cardinals were undefeated for a while that one random year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Was that
21?
Wasn't the year that they had the Hail Mary against
I think
us?
it was.
Was it that year?
I think it was that year,
Yeah.
2021.
Those are weird times. I watched that game staying at my friend's house because my sister had COVID and my mom still wanted me to be able to go to school. So I stayed at my friend's house.
Man, what a story, honestly.
I know. It's just that was a weird time. So not only that week was I not even at my own house, I had to watch D-Hop do that to my Bills. But
that is actually pretty brutal.
anyways.
But, of course, you had to watch them lose this weekend, too.
Yeah.
At least you weren't at the game like someone else.
I
So
can't think of a worse game to go to. First half was so bad. Ryan, you want to just reflect on that
It was
a little?
6-3 at the end of the first half, and the first quarter felt like actually an eternity. My roommate, who I brought to the game, actually fell asleep at the game because it was so boring. There were a ton of fumbles, I think 3 in the first half.
Yeah.
And then obviously that 6-3 score, so no touchdowns. Just a terrible first half. Terrible game overall, but a really terrible first half. Just boring. I thought I was gonna be there till midnight, honestly, but I was only there till 1, so it's okay.
The first quarter in particular just wouldn't end at all. I was watching it. Actually, I begged you to leave this place open,
Yes.
so I could come in and watch it on the TV. And I was like doing some work as the game went on, and I was just thinking like, it's getting late. Why is it still the first quarter?
Yeah.
And there's been like 5+ penalties for the Bills, and it was just. That game sucked.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
no, it was pretty bad. The whiteout was really cool. A lot of people wore white, the blinking phones, waving the towels. That was pretty cool. But it was a kind of an embarrassing loss. It was like, man, we're doing all this and we lost to the Patriots. But game's the game. I actually kind of felt it coming a bit. I said it on last episode where I just had a feeling. I just had a feeling that the Patriots were going to take this one. I don't know why, but hey, I don't know. At least I was right about that. At least I can say that. But
in terms of the game, you just felt like a lot of things went their way. I mean,
Yeah.
if it was a game that the Patriots were going to win, that game that we watched is exactly what it looks like when the Patriots are going to win. Just seemed like a lot of things went their way. And if like a couple other things didn't, I think the Bills get it done. But like you said, you just have a feeling sometimes, and the feeling took over for sure.
And I could have never guessed that it would end this way. But the Bills, obviously, that was their first loss of the season. It was on Sunday Night Football. They lost by 3 points to the Patriots, who scored a field goal with 20 seconds left? Something like that.
Yeah.
Stephon Diggs got his revenge. He was great. 10 receptions, 146 yards, and 14.8 yards a catch.
I mean, in my opinion, they'd be dumb not to at least, like, why should this go to waste for just one game, a revenge game against the Bills? This is something that needs to continue for the entire season. That looked like he was open on a lot of routes, and he helped out Drake May big time because not everyone else was. And having 10 plus receptions, being that safety valve kind of for a young quarterback is huge. And hey, like we said, don't start Hunter Henry.
Yeah, Hunter Henry was not there in this game. At least I can say that.
Stephon Diggs played every role imaginable when it came to wide receivers. So, I hope this doesn't just disappear next week. I mean, for his sake, even. But I think they should stick to that or something.
And the running game wasn't even that good. Drake May, 22 of 30, 273 yards, 3 rushes for 12 yards. Travion Henderson led the team with 6 carries for 24 yards. I don't know. It wasn't even like that good of a game from them. Like, they didn't put up crazy numbers. They just played good defense. They did what they had to do, and they made the Bills beat themselves. And the Bills beat themselves. I mean, if you're playing a team that tends to beat you, you have to make them beat themselves. 11 penalties will do it. Season high. 2 fumbles lost, an interception, including one on the opening drive. It was an end around, I think, to Dawson Knox, and he just dropped it. And that was the first time this season the Bills had not scored on an opening drive. So
really,
yeah,
yes, they do mention that like every time.
First time this season the Bills had not scored on an opening drive, and the first time this season the Bills did not put up 30 points. But the Bills, let me read this out.
Yeah,
they had less penalty yards, 90 to 93, less punts, 2 to 4, less sacks allowed. The Bills only got sacked once. Drake May went down 4 times.
Yeah,
more total plays, 61 to 56, better third down efficiency, more first downs, more rushing yards and total yards, and only 22 less passing yards with more time of possession, and we lost the game.
This is where it'd be useful to have like a whole database of things, and you could just filter by who's won games where this, and this have happened. It's crazy that we even lost this game just looking at all that, on the page there, but I think it's obviously way more clear. You kind of beat yourself if you're going to win in all those categories. And I mean, hey, we play down to our competition sometimes. But is this even playing down? I mean, did the Patriots play well in your opinion at all? I know you just mentioned they had their fumbles in this, but did they have anything good that kind of stood out too?
They played conservatively, and they made us play the game they wanted us to play. They made us kind of not go to the rushing game. James Cook was held pretty intact
too. Yeah. I was thinking where's James? They pushed the passing game, and their DBs were great. Our receivers could not get open at all down the field. There were times where I would turn and I'd be talking to Mike, who was next to me, and I'd be like, man, we're not getting any separation. This is terrible. I've never seen our receivers not get blanketed like this. I mean, Dalton Kincaid was the only thing I can pull out of this and be he was unbelievable. I think he had 10 receptions. Is that right? 8 or 10 receptions? I actually don't know.
100 plus yards. I'm pretty sure.
You talk about it.
Somewhere in there.
He did not have 10 receptions, but he had over 100 yards, 6 receptions for 108 yards.
Close. I knew there was a 10 in there somewhere, but yes. Anyway, he was great, but I really can't say the same for anyone else. Coleman had the touchdown, and then he was kind of unproductive otherwise. Had the fumble. I don't know. Maybe it's the offensive coordinator.
I'm not hung up on this game personally. I think
Yeah.
I think ultimately this is just something that they'll learn from, and hopefully just take that page just out of the book.
Yeah.
You know, whatever they tried to do not yesterday, whatever they tried to do on Sunday, take it out, stop it, get some help. You know,
Yeah.
That's what I'm taking from it. And you know, you had to lose game 1 at some point.
Yeah.
This was it.
I mean, this isn't really even too surprising. I mean, if we were going to lose a game, I would be okay with it to a division opponent because, you know, it is a division opponent. They're always going to have your number. It doesn't matter if it's the Jets or the Dolphins. Well, the Dolphins maybe not, but it doesn't matter if it's the Jets or the Patriots. They're always going to have your number, and I'm okay. I'm okay with it. I kind of expected it a bit. I just wish I wasn't there to see it, but it was a fun game regardless. I can't really complain. Obviously, I would love to go to next week's game as well. Mercedes-Benz Stadium, Atlanta Falcons next week. I think if they would have beat the Patriots, the Falcons would have had a better chance. I think they have no chance at this point. The Bills are going to come into this one hungry for a win, looking to prove everybody wrong, but they no longer have the best defense in the league. That belongs to the Atlanta Falcons. So
Really?
Yeah, tough task. Number 1 in defensive rank is the Atlanta Falcons, and just behind them is the Buffalo Bills. So maybe a defensive game, but I don't know. We'll see.
I feel like that's just never how it goes. But
Yeah.
I agree. Hungry.
Yeah.
We have to be honest. The Bills, I say when I say we. But
And yeah, the Bills' stats are a bit inflated
Yeah.
because of that one Jets game. But nonetheless, I mean, the defense doesn't look second overall caliber, but they're still good. And I think if we can, well, we'll see about the rushing game. I mean, I'll kind of get into that more later.
Yeah.
Falcons' defense is, I want to say, first in rushing yards allowed. Like, they allow the least. So,
Really?
Yeah, somewhere along those lines. And then the passing game, it's up there. They're like top 5, I'm pretty sure. So, which is surprising. I mean, they did have the bye week, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I if you account for the bye week,
Yeah.
I feel like there's no way they're like way up there necessarily.
Right.
But no,
They're-
they're not a force to be messed with
But let's
by
move
any
on to
means. So
right. I mean, they're coming off a bye. Bills are coming off a loss. I don't know. It's anyone's game, I think. It's going to be closer than I think.
I
Well, than most people
unfortunately think it'll be closer than it should be.
Falcons fight sometimes when they're not playing the Panthers, so yeah.
Well, you got 2 teams that play to their competition, Falcons and Bills.
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
so
Yeah.